good evening, everyone. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be back with you guys. Oh my goodness, wow! And I'm so sorry for any, you know, any delay. Okay, so how you guys doing? How is everyone? All right, so I'm hoping tonight that we're gonna have a good time because like you guys have seen the flyer that we have a very special guest in our midst, and trust me, when Nini bring a guest, oh my goodness, you can't go wrong. So it's gonna be a fantastic time tonight. Trust me, there's so much that you are gonna be learning tonight, and I just want you to keep your head up. Don't say this is not for me. Don't say this. I just want you to come with open mind and be with us and have a good time with us tonight. All right. So before we go further into that, let me quickly give you a little bit introduction. Now, my name is Niniola Fatah, and I'm the host of the Speaker Show. Now, the Speaker Show is a place of inspiration, motivation, where minds are being liberated through reasonings and then through other people's story. You can find your own path. There is hope. When you listen to other people's story, you are definitely on the right track, and then you are going to get the support that you have. On the Speaker Show, we here for accountability, coachability, inspiration, motivation. We are here to support you in your journey because we believe very strongly that each and everyone is created for something special. There's something phenomenal that's inside of you, and it is important for you to explore it. So we are here to support you, to guide you on any way, in any way that you might think that you need the help and the support. All right. So because of our time, I'm gonna stop right there. I won't talk much, and then I'm just gonna bring our guest in because I am excited. I am really, really looking forward to learn new things. Okay. So, all right. So, each and every one, please help me welcome my very, very good friend. Now, understand something. This man has been in this field for quite a long time. For like 20 years, he's been in the industry. Okay. For this particular cybersecurity. So if you are looking to like learn something new, or you just want to acquire more knowledge, you are learning from the expert. Trust me, you cannot go wrong because he knows his stuff back and forth. So trust me, you're not gonna go wrong. All right, so help me welcome my very, very good friend, Mr. Rash. Welcome.
Thank you
How
so
you
much,
doing?
Nini. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good and good to have the crowd in and speaking to you on a snowy Friday, a busy Friday, on a tough weekend, but spending time and everybody showing up for the show itself speaks to the volume of what you're doing. So D Speaker Show is doing great, and I'm happy for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are so happy and so honored to have you on the show. It's not easy to have a powerhouse. And I know that you're very busy. And I know that, like, you're just out there doing your things all the time. And I admire your hard work so much. And I am so happy that you are here to join us tonight. So thank you one more time. So,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. All right, so let's get into it. So, can you please just tell us a little bit about you? Because, definitely we want to know more about you. So, yes.
Okay, so I am Raj or Rajesh. So, like anybody who is motivated or wanting to be self motivated or want to see a difference into the routine of what we're doing in today's life for the future to come, I believe I represent one of those voice of thoughts that
Hmm.
can be a future to yourself. So first it starts from you and then further goes down to everybody else you could guide, support, and grow from there. I
Hmm.
carry a lot of IT infrastructure experience. I'm an athlete. I've done a lot of athletics during my school, and I believe as a sports person, and sports probably is one that made me who I am. That you lose more than you win. So there is always that hunger of getting up and getting back to do what you want to do. So
Hmm.
yes, along with the infrastructure, IT services, and all that I'm being part of, I also venture into sports industry. So I have a sporting venture. Along with that, a lot of community service. So we always have to give back our time to the society, to the community, and I'm a big voice onto that with local associations back from India or Kerala, then being into sports council, also being part of let's say villages and all that. So everything that you could give back. And there's a lot of newcomers and idea entrepreneurs who wanted to be entrepreneurs, startups, big businesses, small business enterprise. So it's nice always to converse and be part of a system that always needs some kind of support and guidance, and always helps me learn that hunger of growing as a person. So that is me. I don't want to say the probably the uh, workplace or the brands that I've been associated to, but we could maybe get into that when we have those questions from you. Maybe I have no idea. We are trying to keep it as organic as possible.
And I like it. Thank you for keeping it real. I love it. See, the beauty about the show is when we come in, or when people like you come in and keep it real. Because people who are watching, they want something real. They want to learn. They want something that will add value to their life. So it is important that, like, when people come in, they come with something of substance, right? So, which I admire that, and thank you so much for that. So,
My
wow.
pleasure.
So now let's talk about it. So, what actually, even what prompts you to be like, what? It is actually cybersecurity I really, really want to focus my career on.
Uh, so I would just say the importance of cybersecurity, or the awareness that we need to go out about cybersecurity or intelligence, is very important from our day-to-day life to everything. So it's more of a service segment that I focus on than just the carrier, because it's part of our services that we cater to the clients, right? So there had been an incident few years back to somebody I know based in New Zealand. They got an email like anybody, I believe, not an email or a chat message or something like that on a messenger.
Hmm.
Like any noise, we are not expecting this to be a scenario that it will affect their life or anything like that. They click on it, um, starting from a small messenger link. They get their mobile devices, they get their computers, their CCTV cameras, their cameras on the devices, and everything uh, gets hacked,
Hmm.
attacked. So it is like literally somebody sitting in front of you, watching you every day. They start getting threatened messages and all that. So invading privacy, there is no consent of information that's getting shared and all that. Threatening messages, threatening emails, calls from random numbers, and attacks via the system in various different scenarios. uh, and then it took us about 6 months to get to the root of it,
Hmm.
thousands of dollars to get that sorted. So I thought then it is very important for me to then start spreading awareness on cybersecurity, how important it is and how critical it can become if a scenario like that happens. So from there, the evolution of my thought process changes to cybersecurity. Along with everything that we do, I focus heavily on cybersecurity, and I'll tell you later where I get this concept. Maybe when I started my career in 2006, so you would eventually understand over the course of time that why do I have this concept in my mind. But yes, it starts from there, and fortunately now they are one of our biggest ambassadors in New Zealand. Hastings, especially, they went to some TV channel. They again spoke about it. They have something happening. They are doing a theater show. It's a performing arts. So performing arts, you're an artist, so you're focusing on that. You're not looking into your scenarios, right? You just have one computer. You don't
Hmm.
take care of, or maybe you don't know if that is going to get you into trouble. But yes, so today they are doing a show in few months, and that cause is to spread awareness on cybersecurity in art form. So a small thing that we are doing translates into a bigger impact, wherein a normal crowd could also understand the importance of cybersecurity in different forms of performances, not just computer. So that is the language we are talking right now. It's not computer, it's not security, but how do you spread this? Various channels, like your show. We are talking about certain things. Probably, like you said, this might not be my cup of tea, but it's important for every one of us to understand how critical it can be.
Amazing, amazing. First of all, I just want to say, like, it's beautiful that you actually even have that desire to spread the news, which I think is amazing, because we need to know. That's the truth. There's so many things that we don't know. We get so many scam. We get so many, like, for example, a friend was sharing with me that, like, they got this message from CRA, and then they're saying that, like, oh, you have this certain amount of money, you need to
Yeah,
deposit it into your account. Someone who doesn't know unknowingly will just deposit that money into the account, and that's
yes,
how the account is going to be hacked, right? So
correct.
I feel that these things are very, very important for us to know, for us to be aware of. So yeah, so thank you for bringing that awareness. So now my next question for you is this, like, what do you think is important for people to know, about cybersecurity?
Okay, so from the very basic, like in a very simple way, let's say I teach my kids good and bad touch, connecting to in a very simple way, good and bad touch. Similarly, there is good and bad touch to on cybersecurity too. We try not to visit the sites or the links or the URLs or anything that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to ask you for your personal information. No government entities or no banks. Nobody's going to ask you. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts. So if we just
Mm-hmm.
follow that, we are at least 50% secure. Hacking is all a different thing, but we don't want to fall into phishing. We don't want to fall into spoofing, and then
Mm-hmm.
smishing. There are a lot of terminologies here. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to make sure our mobiles are safe. I never connect my devices to a public network. If anybody here today, you and I, if you have done it ever, never do it. Use your mobile, use your data. Don't try to save on that because data is it's not expensive right now. But if there is a concern, it gets very expensive. So never connect to any public Wi-Fi, airport, anywhere in the world. Never ever. Even if you're roaming, activate your data, use that, or get another data sim, use that. Use your hotspot on your mobile device, connect your laptop to that.
Mm-hmm.
Hotels, unless until it's secure.
Mm-hmm.
Any let's say simple Wi-Fi's without passwords is very dangerous. So
Hmm.
you don't want, and let's say you're going to some inns, you're traveling, you're going to a hotel or wherever you are, don't use your computer to access your banking information. You're putting your passwords.
Hmm.
Basics, simple things. It's the good touch bad touch thing. So it's do's and don'ts. And then if you have a device that you're operating, you have a small business, one computer, make sure it's safe and secure. Never access, if you want to even try certain links that is not safe, there is something called private window or incognito on your browsers. If you right click, you get that
Mm-hmm.
private window, incognito, to be safe. If you are able to afford VPNs, but good VPNs, nothing free. Never in this world trust on anything that's free. Free is never good, especially in terms of security. Free is never good. Never do it. So
Mm-hmm.
basic things, emails. If you are not sure of certain emails, don't do it. There are certain ways of sending emails. Say, for example, G. Uh, Now, if everybody focuses on how G is written on
Mm-hmm.
computers or
Mm-hmm.
Google, it's
Mm-hmm.
different. G
Hmm.
is like this. But if you look into literature, G is written in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of, so these things are, so you have to get trained. So these things are not easy to pick, but you have to look into the alphabets. If they are used the right way, it's on your computers. Those are small things to be very careful. But first and foremost, no Wi-Fi's, no free, security thing. Have a basic antivirus, at least if you're not able to afford. But nowadays, things are getting more affordable, and it's an investment that you're doing to yourself to be safe. Multi-factor authentication, any social media, email, anything that you access, CRA, bank, every time you need at least a text message coming to your mobile.
Mm-hmm.
More then you want to do an extra step, you could do the multi-factor authentication. This might feel too overwhelming, but it is not. It's just that one extra step of lock. Think like this: you're leaving the house, you're locking it. On top of your lock, you have a digital pass key. So if
Mm-hmm.
somebody wants to break in when you're not there, they have to go through process. So two process will bring in alarm security, that this and all that, right? So same
Yes.
stuff. You log in somewhere, you have one password, and you have an extra code that's coming to you. So a- anything that you have, if you're not done it, do it. For every simple personal Gmail, also put an MFA. A
Hmm.
code text come to your SMS, and that helps you. So these small things, and if something happens after that, we have tried at least to be safe.
Yes.
So we can
Yes.
start from there.
Yes. Wow. I like that. And then just to clarify one more time, you said MFA, right? That
Multi-factor authentication,
okay. So
or
it's
it's called two-factor authentication. It's MFA or 2FA.
okay, 2F. Okay. All right. That's a very, very good information right there that you just gave out. I'm telling you. Because, it is true that like, we go into hotel, like, unknowingly, like as soon as we see, like we get in there, we just check in, we put in the password, we put in all the information, and we never get worried or concerned because we just automatically think that like, it's secure. But I think like, just like you said, extra caution will it will play a longer role. It will make a lot of difference. So by taking those extra, yeah, effort like that. Wow, that
Yes.
that, that that's amazing. That's beautiful. I like that. So now what would you say to people that I've seen scenario. Okay, this one there's a friend that was sharing the other day, and was like, okay, that they applied for some job online, and then like thinking it was the employer that was actually contacting them, and unfortunately those ones were just trying to get all their information, your name, your number, social security number, all those things like that. They were trying to get all those informations. So what would you say, how do you think people should handle that? Because they don't know which one is real or not, especially like when you go on Indeed. You apply there, and then it's someone else that is contacting you, it's someone else that like, and they make it look so real. Like, so how do you think people can, what do you
Okay.
think they can do?
So a couple of scenarios here.
Mhm,
Eventually, now everybody, I think, on the show or people that we know have become more vigilant, smarter,
mhm,
aware, and educated. So that's a big thing. The change is happening. The other segment that we need to be really careful about is we teach our kids to say no. I'm trying to connect in a very simple way so that we understand. So,
mhm,
no and why. For
mhm,
me, these are two very important keywords. So, when we do security training for our clients or corporate,
mhm,
I always say when you get something in front of you, if
mhm,
somebody's giving you a task, my manager says or my boss says, "Oh, Rajesh, can you do this?" Why is not why is okay, what do I achieve from this, what is the goal, what is the plan, what is the
mhm,
focus, where are my roadmap going to, right? So
mhm,
we need to know everybody. Now I'll give you an example for my mother. I'm saying all this few
mhm,
years back. I think I don't remember how many years back. My mom based in India, she gets a call. She is always depositing her doing fixed deposits and all that. So
mhm,
somebody calls her from the same bank, gives ID, everything, blah 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 blah, and say, okay, your policy is on renewal. Yes, the policy is on renewal. You have to give X amount of money. Can you do one thing? Write a check, send it, go deposit to the bank. So go to the same bank,
mhm,
deposit, and
mhm.
that money is gone. What she did not understand is the deposit was happening on the person's name. It never happens. So
Wow.
she loses the money. I
Wow.
am into the segment.
Mhm,
So the thing is, you don't doubt people because we are human beings. We trust each other.
mhm,
With the trust, I'm trying to bring a lock, a passkey, like our
mhm,
security pin code. Bring
mhm,
the security pin code. The moment it comes to money, it comes to security, it comes to your identity, it comes to your personal information.
mhm,
Like if I ask my wife also, give me your passport or give me your SIN number, she should
mhm,
ask me why. So why and no.
Mm-hmm.
will solve at least 90% of the problems.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
trust, have a layering, and then
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to have a problem with that. So anybody who has a problem with that will not bother you. So with the bank and everything like that. So every process, I get a lot of calls saying we'll discount your bills, whatever. CRA is a common scam. Now they are attempting a different way of doing it. They are sending that your license renewal is pending, is free, it's pending, but it's not. There is no other link, right? So if any link is not readable, never do it. And there are more ways of, like, if somebody from the show would want to learn more, or have a one-on-one training or basic,
Mm-hmm.
security for their own devices, we could help them achieve that. But
Wow.
these things, no and why, that will help us.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. I like that. And that actually even lead me to the next question that I have for you, but
Okay.
it makes it much easier now. All right. So, I know now with the way things are changing, so more people are actually looking to get into cybersecurity. But some have an idea and some don't. So what would you say to them, or how do you think, like, people who are interested in getting into this career can actually, can actually find their path?
Yes, that's an important segment where, uh, even the upcoming businesses or entrepreneurs or somebody who's looking for a cybersecurity career, along
Mm-hmm.
with everything that you do, every certification you do, along with every college degree you do,
Mm-hmm.
or anybody who aspire to be into cybersecurity,
Mm-hmm.
there are mu- two segments here. So one are, the maybe the developers who develop the cybersecurity modules. So they
Mm-hmm.
might not do everything; they will do parts of it. There is the other segment who would use that cybersecurity module to cyber secure the environment. So
Mm-hmm.
there is an infrastructure side to it, and there is a development side to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for anybody who wants to be into this is to understand that cycle. So there is a terminology called software development life cycle, SDLC. That's for
Mm-hmm.
the development, and there is a project management life cycle
Mm-hmm.
to implement. So overall, see, you have technology right now. You have ChatGPT, Google, YouTube, Udemy. There are a lot of Coursera. There are a lot of places where we could go get free courses.
Mm-hmm.
Spend some time, just do those few free courses to understand overall
Mm-hmm.
impact along with everything you're learning. But then you start from the basic. So if I want to excel in my career, um, let's say somebody gets into as a cybersecurity specialist. Okay, an enterprise is calling you. I'm just trying to, if there is anybody, they will understand, or we will
Mm-hmm.
also understand what is happening. I
Mm-hmm.
have an email concern. I'm getting a prompt that my email has been compromised. What do I check first? If so every enterprise company will have internet on the top, right? So you have the internet. Below the internet you have something called firewall. Then you have your servers, comes to your computer. I want to not do bottom down approach. Sorry, it should not be top down, it should be bottom down. I want to find if there's a problem with that device. I want to ask the guy, since when do you have this problem? Do anybody else have this concern, or is just you isolating? Then okay, it's a common concern, so it's bigger. If it's one, then isolate, look into his machine. Does he
Mm-hmm.
have security thing? No. Yes. What is the changes? Did you put in a USB and all that infection? So we understand how to kind of roll that out and secure that. So from
Mm-hmm.
device to his or her applications, whatever they have on the computer, emails, website, it just goes from there, right? So bottom, always we want to secure. And if not, what will happen is somebody might have spent 2 hours, escalated, don't know what to do, not sure what has been done. A ticket like that comes to me, I look into it, read through, oh, okay, maybe the device is not checked. Call
Mm-hmm.
back, 5 minutes, you resolve. What happens? Your carrier takes a setback. So the trust between the candidate or the employee and the employer gets into a bleak space where the person has to reprove that he's more trustable.
Hmm.
Basics.
I
We have
see.
to get our basics right. Think
Mhm.
simple. That's why it's simple logics. I just go like that. It's extremely simple. We don't have to complicate anything.
I
Go
like
with, yeah.
that.
Everything is. I mean, that's what my kind of understanding is. This is a very old domain. This
Mhm,
is the 2006 domain name that I have. I've been an ex Yahoo working with Symantec, Norton products, those antivirus stuff. Uh,
mhm,
one thing I've understood in like life, overall life, it's simple and it's logical. That's it.
mhm,
It's not complicated at all. So
mm.
if you follow that, they are going to really grow big. There is nothing that can challenge anybody if they do that.
Wow, that's so good. Oh my goodness, this is really, really interesting. Trust me, I'm learning so much.
I hope so. I hope the crowd is not getting bored.
I'm learning so much. But all right, so we're gonna quickly take a minute, a second, or a minute break actually, and we'll be right back. And then we have more questions for our guest. And then please, 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 each and everyone, if you do have any question regarding what he's saying, if there's something that is not clear to you, please, please, please drop your comments. He is here with us. He's gonna answer the question. Or maybe you're the type that you're looking into getting into cybersecurity. This is a great avenue for you. Like, he's someone that knows his craft very, very well, and he can guide you and tell you what you need and all that. So please, 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 please drop your comment, drop your questions, and then we're gonna be right back
And
in
we
the
need the AI. You should ask me that.
sorry.
The AI part of it. You need to ask that.
Oh, you don't worry, calm down, we'll be back. We'll be back shortly, and then our questions are gonna be on. All right, we'll be back. All right, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So we're gonna get into the next question right now. And then please, we're gonna be taking question in like a minute or two. So everyone get your questions, get them ready. We're still here. We're back right now. Okay, so now let's talk about the hey hi. Because it's like you read my mind, but it's okay. So
No,
let's
I
talk
was
about
just looking
AI.
into the time and because it is interesting and we don't want to um, miss that very important thing that's changing the world. So yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes. And I feel that like, the AI, oh my goodness, like it's a new change. And then I saw the other day how much employees that Amazon laid off and replaced them. So the world is changing. It's a different place right now. We're in a different place, different time at this moment. So let's hear from you.
So AI, like we all know, artificial intelligence. Getting into that, before that, I would say for my sports venture, I have the conversational AI implemented since last summer, I believe, on 247 Sporting. If
Mhm.
anybody here would want to just get a feel, you could look for 247 Sporting, call that number. There's a 226 number, speak to it. So,
Mhm.
what exactly AI is? Um, you are artificially training the system, or
Mhm.
let's say the bot, or whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
You're training the system to behave ethically using machine learning, natural language transcripts, human like interference, um, emotional intelligence, people management skills. So there is a lot of things. It's virtually, let's say, if I want my kid to be the best in everything, you
Mm-hmm.
try to put in all those elements and try to create. Does
Mm-hmm.
it replace everything? No, never.
Mm-hmm.
And it should not. But what is it going to really help us with is operation cost. Let's say I'm on the show. If I start receiving calls direct on my phone, I might be getting few calls, maybe 5, 10 calls right now. I won't have time. So my or our time that can be invested in the right way can be used properly. So I have a system. If we want, we can even do a demo. Let's see if we have a time. But so that is one angle of AI working on operation cost, and it creates an omni-channel support,
Mm-hmm.
especially with conversational AI. It's a very integrated voice, and it's a very niche area right now. Voice
Mm-hmm.
AI hasn't become big. It's becoming big. It's the future. Chat GPT, everybody knows, it's
Mm-hmm.
very mature. So you are looking at hugely mature Chat GPT talking to you in a way you want it to talk to you. It has to show empathy, sympathy, support, concern,
Mm-hmm.
direct you, guide you. Uh, future, maybe 5 years down the lane, um, it can be really good for people who have mental breakdown. I'm not looking AI as something that's going to replace us. I'm looking at AI in a much bigger platform.
Mm-hmm.
Concern, I want to speak to somebody, but I'm not sure if I want to call you, I want to call my friend, I want to call a system that can be maybe trusted, that is not going to tell my information to somebody else, but we
Mm-hmm.
have to work on the ethics around it. How
Mm-hmm.
safe it is, how the data has been collected, how it is restricted, how it is encrypted in a way that it cannot be decoded so easily, personalize it, reduce the cost. I go see the doctor, let's say therapist, or like mental support. Think of those angles where I want my parents um, to be taken care. System is there. They can call. How are you doing? Are you all good? Just checking on you. Did you take your medicines? Whatever. Life is changing. It's
Mm-hmm.
erratically changing where we have no control on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's same for everybody, but this year for me it's like a missile or a rocket. Jan to Feb. I don't know how the time has. This is Feb 7. It's just flying. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's same for everybody, but it's super fast. So few years down the lane, AI is generating more jobs. So the normal labor jobs might be replaced. It's like computer. When computer came in, computer brought in a lot of work. Because of
Yes.
computer, I have work. Because
Mm-hmm.
of computer, we are sitting and talking to so many people around the world, maybe, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it is going to generate things, but the right way. And important things is understanding the, you know, um, the limitations that we want to bring in,
Mm-hmm.
how to drive it, and all that. So artificial intelligence is something that we cannot ignore. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good to adapt and accept and learn about it as soon as possible,
Mm-hmm.
because it is what it is. It is there. It is like Bitcoin. If you would have invested 10 years back, you're a millionaire right now or a billionaire right now.
Tell me about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
That's true. And I like the way you put it into perspective with the computer. A lot of times, like, when we look at the AI, we see it as, okay, it's something, it has its own positive side, and at the same time have its own negative side. And then mostly people see the negative side as, oh, it's taking away the job from human. They're not able to do job. They're like, people are getting laid off just because that is replacing. So that, like, it's kind of seen as a negative, and like a negative, aspect. But the way you explained it now, it's more like, okay, let's take a look at it. Like computer, for example, now there are like thousands of jobs that you can do online, just like you said. People work from home. How do they communicate with people? They communicate with people through computer, through looking at them, and then they get the job done. Just the same thing they would do if they're in person, they're able to do it. So yeah, I love that perspective so much. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
I'll give you an example on how AI can create more jobs. Let's say I ask my question. Yes, I have a survival job. I need more money. I am doing something, or any
Mm-hmm.
of these warehouses, Amazon, or let's not take name. Any of these big warehouses or big companies, they also want to survive. They want to reduce their operating costs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to onboard these companies onto the technology. How many companies are there across the globe? Billions.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and pop shop, small business, large business, medium business, big enterprise, $1 billion business. You're looking at so many small entities. So many small entities would want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very important thing of onboarding. Let's say tomorrow your show wants to be on this. They want to collect information. People want to come onto your show. Are you going to answer that call? No. How many calls do you want answered per day? Simple. So you have a bot answering for you, you have a number, you have a system set up. Somebody needs to onboard that. Somebody has to log in somewhere, put that ID, put this
Mm-hmm.
information, train the system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for you, creates a job for one. So similarly, look into the number of companies we have around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere, from the developed to developing to second nation, third nation, across the globe, anywhere, this will bring work. If you look into that angle, or just by onboarding. Now, what happens after that? Who will maintain it?
Mm-hmm.
It is going to create a whole new job market. So
Mm-hmm.
either, that's what I'm saying, either you're in or you're out.
Out.
What do you
Mm-hmm.
want to do? It's going to be paying. It's going to be a good environment to be in,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to just accept and understand it the right way with the advantage and the disadvantage it's going to bring in,
Mm-hmm.
and integrate. There are a lot of things, the integrations, the voice assistants. You can have
Mm-hmm.
it on your phone. It's
Mm-hmm.
simple. I mean, I
Yeah.
have it on my system. If I dial, I speak, it's going to say react to questions I'm going to ask. So it can
Mm-hmm.
cater restaurants, community centers, booking
Mm-hmm.
systems, rental facility, you name it, what, insurance agents,
Mm-hmm.
brokerages, real estate, website development. Where all do you want this to be implemented? If let's say one person army, I want to implement on my sports store,
Mm-hmm.
for one bot, I'll just give you a number so that we understand it's not expensive. uh,
Mm-hmm.
One bot plus a number plus, so $150 per
Mm-hmm.
month, and maybe 250 to 500 based on how much of the data, kind of an onboarding. It's not really a big amount. I might be spending that money to eat somewhere, but we understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Every call is answered. There is no missed calls. After every call, in a very simple way, I'm just taking one scenario. After
Mm-hmm.
every call, you can get an email with summary of the call,
Mm-hmm.
what the customer, client, or anybody wanted, with
Mm-hmm.
a voice recording, with the consent of the person, and that is data for you. So I don't have missed calls on my personal phone. I miss at least 5 to 10 calls every day, and I call back when I can. I forget about it, but the system don't, because it's been trained not to.
Hmm. That's true. That's
So
true.
those are the advantages, and it will help. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to think, uh, accept this in a right way, that what do I want to do, and it's not complicated. Maybe I've just done this in my life. Fair enough, I understand that. Not everybody would want to invest a lot of time, but don't
Mm-hmm.
be somebody who wants to design or develop it. You
Mm-hmm.
can be a partner to it, you can be a supporter to it, you could connect to companies like us to be the field. sales, field, marketing. It's going to create so many jobs. Everything that we do right now, with everything that's happening, same thing will happen with that industry.
Hmm.
A lot of
That's
jobs.
true. That's
That's what
true.
I feel.
Wow. 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 That's amazing.
I mean, that's my way of looking into this, but yeah, I might be wrong, but my thought.
And then I love the way you're selling your mind to me. Because I'm buying into it, trust me. All right, so we're gonna go into the audience and then we're gonna take questions, okay?
Yeah.
So someone said here that what is the difference between AI and Google search?
Okay. Um, so even the Google search is now AI integrated.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of similarity, but depending on how much Google want to give a free version of Google search to the public, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Google uses, I think, a technology called Gemini,
Mm-hmm.
and your search is going to structure things the way you want to. And it has been structured around the data. So there is backend. There are a lot of applications similar to Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot from Microsoft, and many other that I don't even know the names. Um, the major difference between, I wouldn't say AI, it's AI based, but there are different levels of AI. So you have a free grade, you have pro grade. Conversational AI is the most important segment I really like about AI. When
Mm-hmm.
AI can speak, it is very literally that you have put a human face in front of the AI. It
Mm-hmm.
is interesting. If you experience it, you will understand the difference I'm talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not AI. I'll just correct that to conversational AI
Mm-hmm.
versus AI/Google search or any other AI. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
difference. The empathy it will bring in. If we have time during, I mean, after the Q&A,
Mm-hmm.
we could do a sample for a minute, and so that they get a live experience if you have time.
Sure, I don't mind. I don't mind.
And ask the audience if they want to. They want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
can.
everyone, do you want a sample?
We can feel it.
We
Let me
can
take
let's see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should try that. Yeah. You see, they
Yes.
said yes. Everyone is like, okay, so let's give it a try.
Okay. So first thing before answering is, I don't know if you can see my screen. Simple, right? A little bit. This is an email I just got now. Uh,
Okay.
you can't see it too clean, but see, here is a summary. So it's like the
Yes.
customer called the company, curious about the service, transferred, didn't answer the call, left a voicemail, and wants somebody to speak. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing. This is my AI doing it for me. And I have a call recording. So I just pull the call recording.
Mm-hmm.
247 Sporting Inc. Go like never before. Are you an existing customer or a new customer?
Okay, for example, right? So you get that tone. So we can create a tone however we want. So I just do a
Oh,
dial. I
gotcha. Okay.
always, yeah, I always like to do sample and put myself under pressure.
Okay, so I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, and
Hi,
then you're gonna put my
247.
voice.
It's picking up you. Just a moment.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat that for me?
Uh, I didn't get you. Can you say what you meant?
I'm
Oh,
coming to
sure.
you.
I was just saying I didn't quite catch what you said earlier. Could you repeat it for me?
Yes. So I'm calling from a show, and we are trying to understand what's going on with 247 Sporting.
Got it. Just to clarify, are you looking for information about our products, services, or something specific about 247 Sporting Inc.? Let me know how I can help.
Okay. Just tell me, why should I buy something from 247 Sporting? I am trying to go
Great question.
no
At
script.
247 Sporting, we pride ourselves on offering high quality sports gear, customizable team jerseys, and competitive pricing. Plus, we specialize in cricket, tennis, soccer, and more, so you'll find exactly what you need. What kind of gear are you looking for?
May I know whom I'm speaking to?
Of course. This is Alex from 247 Sporting Inc. How can I assist you further?
Is this a human or some kind of system?
I am Alex, your virtual assistant here to help with anything related to 247 Sporting Inc. If you'd prefer to
We
speak
can
with a
finish up
human, I
with
can
a
transfer
quick
you
question.
right away. Let me know.
I'm going to make it annoying. I don't like these kind of systems. I want to speak to a human being. I don't know why companies like you put a AI and all that.
I understand. Let me transfer you to our customer service representative right away.
So I get a
Please
call.
enter your password.
So I get a call and it
Mhm.
works. So what I'm trying to say is the ethics that we want to follow. Along with everything that we want to achieve, we also want to be mindful about the customer, the end user
Mhm.
who is calling. What
Mhm.
are their needs? I'm not
Mhm.
happy with the service. I want to be rude, and it has been trained to be very polite.
Hmm.
It has to be much human than a human, probably. If
Mhm.
it's a human, maybe that answer might be, or maybe, sir, we are trying to help you, right?
Mhm.
Or I think this might be a good option for you, or
Mhm.
I don't have somebody right now, or maybe, okay, I'll transfer you. But the tone can be somewhere polite to non-polite, to depending on the mindset of that person or my mindset at that moment. I might have a problem, I might have an issue. I spoke to somebody, or my colleague didn't, help me out with something. I'm mad. I have a different scenario. I have a breakdown. So it will play an emotional intelligence on me, but the system has been trained to not do anything like that.
Wow. That's
And you can
amazing.
change them on the spot, and this can be done via a backend login and change whatever you want to change. So
Wow.
this is what I'm saying. It can sky is your limit. What do you want to
Mhm.
do about it? And it's fun, and it's yeah. Any questions from, if they want to
Wow.
create if they want to create a scenario, we can. If they want to go really bad on it, we can. I can also call that saying I'm the owner. It will react in different way.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And like I said, that it has its own negative side and it has its own positive side.
True.
Advantage and disadvantage, right? So and the beauty of it is, like, part of the advantage, and I'll tell you from young folks that they're going to school, from student perspective, they enjoy things like this, when they're able to tell, okay, find me this and find me that, and then someone else is communicating with them. Those are the advantage, right? And there's much more, like you said, that we're going to see, because this is just the beginning of, like, the world of AI, right? So there's still so much more that's still going to happen. So wow, 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 wow. So we're gonna be rounding up very shortly. It's been amazing, it's been wonderful. But before we go, I want you to tell us a little, because I know you shared with me about the program that you have
Oh
coming up
yes.
next week. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about it. So if people around the desperate, like, people around Brantford brands, or, like, so they can know exactly what's going on.
Okay, so that's great. I had almost forgot about it, but that's good. So 15th of February, continuing the hangover party from the Valentine's Day to the next day, we are hosting a business expo. So it's exhibit and party. So business expo finishing with a after party DJ night from 9 to 11. The event is from 5 to 11. It is for anybody who aspires or want to be part of various summit discussions, be it business, entrepreneurship, mental health, AI, cybersecurity, anything like that. Come as a general crowd, or if you also have businesses who want to create an ecosystem between different businesses, be part of it. We expect about 15 to 20 business at the same time together, and it's a good connection and networking opportunity that we can create along with technology, non-technology, sports, or whatever. It could be any field. So it's not very similar to the other events wherein you see a lot of realtors and mortgage.
Hmm.
It's a lot of, and it's not like one realtor or one mortgage. You have multiple mortgage peoples, multiple realtors. We try to break the monopoly. And this is season 2. So if an IT is, there will be another IT. So multiple companies, everybody co-collaborate, create together a good supporting ecosystem where we can train, learn, and grow together and support. And it's in Brantford, Polish Hall at the Albion Street, 15th of Feb again. Let's say you're not sure, I don't have the budget right now. Our business, I think the costing starts from $100 to $400. You can take any scenario. We can give Nini, you can offer anybody who would like to be on general ticket. I'll give 500. Sorry, I'll give you 25 free tickets from my side. Entry. That's $5 ticket from my side.
It's
Anybody who's
amazing.
connecting, yes, I can do that from my side. Any businesses who want support will give anybody from this show a special rate.
Wow.
So it's not about money.
Mhm.
With the trade shows or expos, nobody never makes money. It's all to support the costs and grow together as small business entity or large enterprise. So we have, even there is two interesting partners. One is a machining company. If you ask me, they have no reason to be part of the show. They want to support the costs. Two is fresh food system that is on HPPE technology. That is on an HP solid technology without losing the flavors or anything like that. And that can be eaten non-frozen. Sorry, my kid has just come in. Alicia, give me a moment. No. Sorry, it's a live thing. I'm sorry. So I forgot. I lost the track. Yeah, food non-frozen. So they are expanding. So these kind of businesses, when they come in, they are large enterprises. They want to be part of it and support us. So that's the growth that we are seeing right now, and that's interesting. So I would say anybody who would want to be part of, please do. And
Sounds
have
good.
fun. Let's party. We all party.
Yes, we're gonna come. We're
I
gonna party.
remember sometime back we had some party, backyard party, right? So it's
That's
party
good.
time. Yes. Talk about business, work, and then finish with a heavy duty party. Go home tired.
I like that. I like that. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna reach out to you and and I can get that from you and we can give it out to the people and I'm sure you're gonna see us party with you. All right.
Yes.
So it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. Oh my goodness, there's so much that I've learned tonight. So
Oh, there's
so
a
I just
question, Annie, from Stephen.
okay, so can I give a high can AI give wrong
Wrong information.
information? And
And
then
block
another
ability of
one,
thinking.
don't AI block the ability of people thinking? Huh.
Yes, I wouldn't say no to it. That is where we want to train the system the right way. So the system is trained properly. That is where the onboarding things come in. That is where our role come in. You and I might be the soldiers tomorrow to help the system grow in the right way, and there's a proper transcending of information. I believe not the ability to think, but maybe the ability, yeah, in a way that if you're always dependent on AI. I'll give you an example quickly. The CVs and the resumes right now cracks the system. They are being designed in a way just to get the interview. I took an interview a few weeks back, and I would say, how do I say? I just told the person, because the moment I asked few questions, I know this is a cracked CV. So you wanted to crack the system, you came in, and I was able to get so deep into whatever the CV was mentioning. It has a lot of things in it. That is bad. But if we use it's like how you and I want to use a system. Do you want to use it just for everything, or do we want to look into it as a support and service? So it's your prospect of how AI can come in, but yes, it will. But we want to see how much we want to work on. So before any release for any enterprise or any person, we want to make sure it is done better. And then ability, what do you say about AI? What is it? That
Okay,
because
what can
AI,
you say about about that because of AI, people don't have ability to think deeply?
Um, I believe maybe no, because we are the most intelligent system, maybe on Earth for now. But because of us, things are growing. We are putting the information onto the system, and even chatbot has information from us. But it's again how we take it. It's a debatable subject. There's a yes or no answer to it. It doesn't have a yes or no answer to it. It has more of an explanation on how we want to. But somewhere I feel it also helps us to improve our knowledge, improve ourselves, improve our personality, improve our thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Can be something this AI can also do. So when I say connecting mental health and wellness, AI can be something that we can think of in future to support and grow. If
Mm-hmm.
there's a kid who is not able to learn in a normal way, we can have a system like AI proved properly. Once that is ready, implement on a test phase, or have it monitored, so that that is going to help. So I believe for me it helps to grow me as a person or knowledge wise.
Mm-hmm.
But if I completely depend on it to just do everything for the sake of doing, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I don't use it for that purpose. I use it for a growth angle or a purpose that should be served better. But yes, so we have to be very careful of how it's like mobile phone. You can use it for good and bad. It's like
Yes.
knife in the kitchen, can be used for good and bad. Everything has its
Yes.
own good and
Good and
bad
bad.
side to it,
Mhm.
and it's where I want to be, in the side of that technology.
Mhm. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for breaking that. And I hope we answer the question to the person that was asking. So I hope it answer
Thank you,
it. Yeah.
Stephen, for bringing these questions, and that helps to clarify, or at least open a thought process. Appreciate that.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. 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 Thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
I can't say thank you enough. Like really, I just want to say a very, very big thank you. And then rounding up, give us one word. One word. What word would you like to say to the audience in general?
um, I would say, be good, do good, enjoy life, party hard, uh, work smart,
Work smart. I
and
like that.
live today so that tomorrow is beautiful.
Amazing. Wow, that's beautiful.
Nothing
That's
else.
beautiful. Wow, I
Everything
like.
else is part of what we do.
Yes.
But yeah,
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it so much. It's been an awesome time with you. And I just want to say a very, very huge thank you to you. Thank you so much. All
thank
right. So
you. I'm so happy for this, and Nini, let the show grow huge, that we don't get bookings with you, and we wait for months to months and let you, touch the success pinnacle of success.
amen. You see, I say a big amen to that. A big amen to that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you, everyone, and see you.
Oh,
As it's said, see you at the Business Expo.
okay. That's good. All right.
Thank you.
Wow, everyone. Oh my goodness. That has been amazing. Oh my God. It's been wonderful. I love it. I enjoyed it. And I hope each and every one of you were able to learn one thing or the other. It's beautiful because, that's the world we're living in right now. And there's so much, so much, so much that we need to know, and that we know, and that we need to be aware of. So I just want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us from the beginning up to this time. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And I will see you next week. I'll see you next week. Next week is gonna be beautiful. Trust me. Next week is gonna be top touch again. They don't bring it less. So until then, I'll see you guys. And I remain your one and only host on the Speaker Show, Nini Olafatai. And I want you all to go home with today. I want you all to go home today with this word that, whatever you're doing, just remember that the best is yet to come. Okay, so never give up. Just keep going and keep going and keep going. Explore the best. Adventure. Do what you can do, and just leave a mark behind. All right. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you on the Speaker Show. Have a good evening. Your host again, Niniola Fatai. Thank you.